I'm only in Oceanside for a day. Let's make it a good one.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What's up, Freccero fam? Welcome back to my channel where I like to experience everything that life has to offer. Currently in Oceanside, California. I'm only here for the day, so I'm gonna explore as many things I can in this area. First things first though, let's get some coffee. Nothing like a great cup of coffee to start the day. Cheers. Got the cold brew. It is excellent. This coffee's hitting, gotta say. Great spot. I kind of wish I was here for a little bit longer so I could sit there and do work. It's one of those great coffee shops to like bring your laptop, or you can bring your dog too if you want. But anyway, we got a lot to do today. I have a huge list of things that I've heard about and suggestions and whatnot. So next stop, probably the most iconic one when it comes to any Southern California city. Let's head to the beach. Pretty nice out, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit nippy and cloudy as you can see. So if I have to be honest, not the best beach day. It's maybe like low 60s in terms of the temperature, but gotta say, can't beat this view. I love that view of like the cliffs and overlooking everything. Now let's head to a different beach at the Oceanside Pier. So I'm driving right now. I look over to my left and I see, what is this like multicolored flower field or something? Let's check that out. It's funny how now it's like super sunny and we only drove like 5 minutes from the beach. Not gonna lie, parking here is a bit of a nightmare, as you can probably tell, especially looking at this. But this looks super cool. Gotta be honest, I'm not much of a flower person, but I feel like the video does not do it justice of how big and like colorful all these flowers are. I mean, not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome. So we're about to be at the pier/boardwalk area. I love the view of everything right now in terms of like the houses and apartments here. Such a cool area. You may notice there's like a lot going on in the background and all around here. There's an Ironman happening, I think like tomorrow, at least the exact time of this video. So you can see they're setting everything up. It's kind of cool. So right now we're walking on South Coast Highway. As far as I understand it, this is kind of like the main like nightlife-ish area, or like downtown Oceanside area with a bunch of bars, restaurants, and I've not ate yet today, so definitely need snacks and food. Let's do it. So at first, I thought this was maybe like a really nice hotel or resort or something. This is a library. Ready for this? Yeah, it's the Oceanside Public Library. This is the most ridiculous library I've ever seen. Then again, I feel like if I had to picture like a California library, I feel like this is probably what would come to mind. So my first meal of the day, and I guess first meal in Oceanside, is gonna be at Rosewood Kitchen. This is a huge suggestion I got.
Oh, hell yeah. Sweet, thank you, man, appreciate it.
So they have an amazing house lager at 4% alcohol, which is perfect, because I feel like, you know, right now it's the middle of the day, it's like 3 p.m. I don't want to go crazy or anything, but great house lager. Super, I'd say like light and refreshing, especially like I said at 4%. Can't beat it, especially with the ramen. That was some of the best ramen I've ever had. Now for dessert, let's snag some Handel's ice cream, which is an iconic ice cream spot in this area. So I asked them for the smallest one they had. This is the smallest. Pretty ridiculous, I gotta say. Unreal. What's super interesting about this particular area of Oceanside is it kind of reminds me a little bit in an odd way of a beach version of Austin, Texas. Like something about the architecture of these buildings and like the layout of everything gives me like some unique Austin vibes. But gotta say, I mean, this is my first time really exploring Oceanside, and I feel like this is such a hidden gem with so many cool spots, especially in this area. I mean, beautiful day out, beautiful views, palm trees. I mean, you can't beat this. It's getting a bit nippy, so to throw on the Blockbuster sweatshirt. Now we're heading to Beer Town. It's roughly about 5 o'clock, so it's 5 o'clock here. So now going into kind of the nightlife section of the video, where we're gonna be exploring a bunch of the bars and different venues around here. This is one that I got told a lot about. In addition, there's also like a rooftop bar I heard about, and a lot more. This is way more packed than I expected it to be. So many different setups in terms of like different foods, jewelry, palm readings, like everything. Cococabana hit. Such a beautiful view. Even though it is a bit cloudy out, there was a period of time where at least the sun did kind of punch through. Walking through the market right now, and now we're heading to Strawberry Shack. This is kind of like a unique spot I walked by that all they sell is strawberry flavored stuff. No joke, I've said this in a few videos, but strawberry is by far my favorite flavor of anything. So when I saw that shop, I'm like, okay, I gotta check it out. They told me their best thing is the strawberry shake. I gotta say, this may be the best strawberry shake I've ever had. It is ridiculous. So they have $3 Bud Lights here because they're still green from St. Patrick's Day. So $3 for a Bud Light. So I just had a taster of the pineapple coconut blonde. Excellent, by the way. And I love the look of this bar. Pretty cool. And I was told it's like a speakeasy. So let's check it out through these doors. So there's a few spots I got told a bunch of times. This is one of them, Fat Joe's. It's a kitchen and arcade.
One is pepperoni sausage, ricotta, and honey. It's called a dirty rice.
Gotta say, Oceanside was amazing. I wasn't too sure what to expect, because when a lot of people come to Southern California, what do you think of? LA, San Diego, I mean, that's kind of it, right? And I've been to Oceanside a couple times before, but only briefly, or I've just like driven through it, that's kind of it. I did not expect to have that much fun. As you saw from the footage, kicking it off, getting some phenomenal coffee, and then going to my first beach spot. I'm like, all right, it's a Thursday, it's a bit cloudy out, a bit nippy out. How good is today going to be? But starting off at the beach, great view, then going to the Field of Flowers, which, like I said, the footage definitely did not do it justice. Then getting incredible ramen at Rosewood. That was awesome. That may be, I'd have to think about this, I think maybe one of the best ramen, some of the best ramen I've ever had. I'd say it'd be tied with Sing Sing Bar in Vancouver. So I'd say maybe top one, maybe even top two, top one, tough to say exactly, but some of the best ramen I've ever had. Then the ice cream was incredible. And then bouncing around Sunset Market, because like I said, I was there on a Thursday. Bouncing around Sunset Market with all the stuff going on. Going to that strawberry shop with like strawberry only things. Seeing beautiful views on Cococabana and having a drink. And then of course hitting that pirate bar with all like the $1 bills all inside of it. And I will say, I feel like, which is interesting, the pirate bar, which I believe was called the Haunted Head, I think is the name of it. My favorite spots that I went to, ironically, were the pirate bar, like the Haunted Head, and Cococabana, which are two very different spots. Cococabana feeling more of like an upscale place in terms of more flashy drinks, and then the pirate bar being more of like a dive bar scene. But what I liked about that is it had a very like locals only feel, like only the locals went there. In addition, I'd say things closed typically around like 9 or 10 p.m. for most of the venues. And the pirate bar was kind of like that one venue that happened to be open a bit later. As we saw, kind of the last thing I did was snag some phenomenal pizza. That pizza just was the cherry on top of such a fun day of almost like a meat lover's pizza, reminded me of, along with honey. It was insanely good. Then snagging, of course, lastly, another $3 Bud Light, because for $3, I mean, you can't beat that. But I gotta say, in terms of like the people, the energy, the vibe, the ambiance, you know, the venues I went to, Oceanside's such an underrated area, you know, especially given, like, I mentioned this earlier, like the architecture and just the layout of everything. Honestly, Oceanside is amazing.